Hey guys, I am back today with a not so good story. I know most of you by now would have heard of the famous dupe for the Beauty Blender sponge. And that would be the London Soho sponge from Walgreens. So I came across this sponge in Walgreens and thought I would give it a try. So the thing is, before I use my sponges or even my makeup brushes, I like to wash them first. So I was washing my new London Soho beauty sponge. And, well, here it is. And as I was washing the sponge, the more saturated it got with the water, it seemed to, like it was getting like bigger, and it felt like, I even hate to say it, it felt like a lot of pressure was building up in the sponge. And also another observation that I made was that a lot of pink dye was coming out in the water. Now I was just washing this under a running tap water, warm soapy water under the tap, and a lot of pink dye was coming out in the water. And so I was like, okay. I kept washing and washing and gently. It's a sponge. Here's my beauty blender. It has been washed, and now this sponge is a couple years old. It's not a new sponge, and it's held up well. I love it. It's held up well to my washing. So I'm washing my London Soho sponge, and the dye just kept running and running, and I'm like, okay, because I'm not, I want to get all the dye out as much, until the water at least becomes clear, because I don't want to put that on my face. So I'm washing and washing, and the more I wash, the sponge just seemed to, like there was pressure, the weirdest thing, like there was pressure building up in the sponge. And the dye kept flowing, and the dye kept flowing, until it got to a point where the sponge just pretty much busted, came apart in my hand. Yeah. So this is what happened. Now, it just busted. And I didn't even realize, because it just, all of a sudden, it just got really soft. Yeah. And then when I looked down at it, that's when I realized it busted. It just came apart. So that was a big disappointment. This sponge has not touched my face yet. No, it hasn't. Now, as you can also see, some areas here where it just died. I mean, the color just faded. And what happened there was, after I just, after it busted, I just gave up on washing it, and rested it in this little soap dish that I have by my sink. Walked away, went, about my business, and came back. It was just sitting there in a soap dish. And so that's where the color just faded. I guess where It touched certain areas in the dish and it just faded. But yeah, this is a big disappointment. It just came apart. So I know I've seen some videos where people love it, they think it's a great dupe. It's not in my experience, and I haven't even used this yet. No, haven't used it yet. I just tried to wash it before I applied it to my face. So I think I'm gonna have to return it. Hopefully Walgreens will give me a refund. I don't know. I guess I'll stick to my beauty blender. Love this. But I just thought I would try something different, you know. On a positive note, this sponge applies makeup like a dream. This is what I used this morning. Because, yes, I love my beauty blender and it works great. Sometimes we just want to try something different. And I had these in a drawer and I thought, well, let me try this and see how it works. I just applied the foundation to my face, damp the sponge, blend it out, beautiful, beautiful finish. And I got these from Walmart. No, I'm sorry, not Walmart, Ulta. I got these from Ulta. I think they came 2 in a package. So this is great, beautiful sponge. Does a good job. Beauty blender, well, we all know. Worth the money. Okay? So anyway, that's my story. This is my experience. For those of you who have tried the London Soho sponge, I would really appreciate your, telling me what your experience was washing this sponge. I'm sure it works great applying your foundation. I think it might do a good job, but I'm just wondering how it holds up to washing. In my case, not very good. I haven't even used this thing yet. So, yeah, I would love to hear your stories, okay? That's it. Before I go, I would like to welcome all of my new subscribers. Thanks for joining me. And, yeah, I appreciate your support. And, yeah, I'll be seeing you guys again, okay? Take care. Bye for now.